Welcome back, guys, at MLG stream covering the Acer Team Story Cup. I'm here from New York City, joined by Pee Wee. Of course, you're not from New York City. Did I get the name right this time?
Yeah, you did.
Awesome, thank
Good
you.
job.
So I have something to ask you because, of course, your name is Welsh. Um, what's your favorite food?
My
Well,
favorite what, sorry?
food
Food.
from not in
I'm
general.
a
Sorry,
big...
your favorite Welsh food.
Oh, favorite Welsh food? We
Yeah.
don't really have that much. I was
Something
going to
with
say
like
general food. It's probably stuff like pizza. I
yeah.
like pizza. But no, I'm a bit of a savory person. We have like a lot of Welsh cakes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Baked goods. So stuff like that. But like as you can tell, I'm a bit slim. I'm a bit of a picky eater. So yeah, I'll go for Welsh cakes because I like biscuits and stuff like that.
So what's in the cake? It's a biscuit with just
It's mainly with raisins
okay. Okay, cool.
and
Cool.
stuff like that.
So like savory bits of dried fruit or whatever.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You'll actually be quite close to me next month.
Oh, yeah?
Ireland and Wales are just
Yep.
across the lake, pretty much.
Yep. Of course, probably depends where in Ireland. Although it's not the hugest country.
No.
How close is? I actually don't know. Do you know where Cork is?
I don't know off the top of my head this.
Okay.
Google it.
Yeah. Google will tell you everything.
I don't know if it's northern. I could be wrong.
I don't think it's in the British part of Ireland, North Ireland, but. Or
Zoom
forward.
out. There we are. Fuck.
All right, so it looks like it's pretty much on the
Yeah.
south.
It's really
Yep.
close to me. If you
Yeah.
look towards the United Kingdom, like in terms of like in the United Kingdom, I'm like Swansea at the bottom part of Wales.
Yep.
That's where I am. So it's actually not too far. And of course, like you always just catch ferries to Ireland from because we have a very big dock in my city.
Nice.
So you just catch a ferry and head over to Ireland pretty easily.
So so you've probably been to Ireland a couple times, right?
Not yet
Not-
actually. No.
Not yet. But it's
There's
easy to
not
get
really
there.
anything to go to Ireland for, to be honest.
I was about to ask, what should I be doing?
Drinking, that's it.
Yep, that's definitely
The water.
lots of water in Ireland.
Oh, we have a proxy.
Oh, we do in fact. Okay, so here we are in game number 7. It's tied up 3-3 between Baby Knight and Liquid Hero. Whichever team wins this, whichever player wins it for the team, will bring it to that ace match or match point for their team. We have Hero, like you said, he's sending out his probe very early on. He's gonna do some proxy gateways. This could be tricky.
But then again, it's rallied directly to his opponent's main, so I don't know where it's headed just yet. Just waiting to see. Is it going to be an in-base proxy?
I mean,
Oh,
if we're
no,
gonna,
he's going for the natural.
okay, yeah. Sometimes I feel like if you're gonna proxy, might as well do it in the base. But Hero's gonna play a little bit safer, a little bit harder to scout, put it behind his opponent's natural.
Definitely. And of course, normally, guys, when you're in PvP, you normally go for a 14 or 13 in-base scout with your gateway, just to make sure that there's no shenanigans. Now, if Baby Knight goes and scouts his natural, he will be, of course, in a good position. If he doesn't, though, this could bite him in the ass pretty hard.
Yeah, and a lot of Protoss players, like for example Hawk, more and more just don't even scout too much because they're so confident that they're opening gun hold everything. And the question is can Baby Knight hold this even if he doesn't scout it? Now, there's only a single gateway, so it's probably going to be going straight to Stalkers, just 1 or 2 Zealots, and then straight into Stalkers. Or maybe, yeah, he's chrono boosting his Nexus now as Hero, so... but he hasn't... Okay, there goes the gas. I was like, when is he going to get the gas in his main? So it's not the fully committed 2-Rax proxy, or 2 gateway. Of course, that's lost a little bit of favor with the, his Mothership cores now, and if you try to 2-gate Zealot, sometimes you actually kill them, then you have nothing that kills Mothership core, and he'll just kill everything. So
Yeah.
a little bit safer at the 1 gate.
Definitely. I was going to say, like, this one gateway is really interesting. Of course, it could be the, like, reactionary factor. Like, he's going to produce the Zealot's going to run up into the main. And BB Knight doesn't know that this is 1 gate. And he could think that this is 2 gate. The next 2 second and third Zealot will be joining him in just a second. So I wonder, he could drop an extra gateway, could do something, but is he going to scout? He is going to scout.
Oh, and that's unfortunate because Hero would have loved to wait for 2 Zealots to head into Baby Knight space, because if you wait for 2, of course, then your opponent, if they're normally not getting the Zealot, they're just going to get a lot of damage done. But unfortunately, it's revealed a little bit sooner. Baby Knight is still actually going to choose not to get a Zealot. Okay, now he's starting that first Zealot out. Oh, and a great surround on the Zealot. Can you micro the probes back? Oh, he's a little bit too slow.
And a third does go down. He runs it into the corner to stop the surface area, and the Zealot's going to try and headline it towards the natural, but it does get picked off. Of course, probes are a little bit faster, so they do catch up. And we're going to have to see some more micro coming out of these players. Another probe does fall. The Zealot does pop for Baby Knight, but once again, 2 more workers have been killed off, so there's 5 in total.
Yeah, at this point, Baby Knight actually has the economic advantage. He's gotten 6 worker kills. That's going to put him up 19 to 16, or sorry, Hero has the worker advantage, excuse me. He's going to put him at 20 to 16 probes now. Of course, he does have the awkward gateway positioning that could come back to haunt him, but, you know, Hero could almost just transition out of this as long as he's not too vulnerable to a counterattack.
Yeah, definitely. Some nice micro coming out with that Stalker there. The Zealot was in hold command, so he had to be careful not to commit too much. And of course the Stalker comes out for Baby Knight, and that scares the Stalker away. Here comes the Mothership Core, and that will give Baby Knight a very, very nice defensive posture. But we do have the second gate in production, the second gas for Hero as well.
And his warp gate is halfway done already too.
Wow, that's actually a huge,
Yeah.
huge difference. That is, wow, it's about a 60-second difference between them, a whole minute. 2 Stalkers, a Zealot and a Mothership Core will force these 2 Zealots to run back. And of course, some good micros going to come out of Heroes, so he can keep this gateway alive. So of course he can continue producing more units. And ooh,
Oh, that was actually really nice for Hero. The Stalker popped out behind him. He was able to get 1 Stalker kill. Now a good micro. He shouldn't take any losses here. Even putting some damage on the Zealot. Mothership, of course, going to be taking fire as well. And behind this, Hero actually has an economic advantage, and you could say a tech advantage with that, you know, much faster warp gate. So, you know, eventually, even if Baby Knight takes out this gateway, as long as Hero buys enough time, it's going to be looking great for him.
yeah, a lot of damage done there. It was the Stalker for 2 Stalkers and a Mothership Core, so amazing trades there for Hero. Like, sick micro. He is going to lose 1 more of his Stalkers, but that one still has to run away. And here comes the Zealot, yeah, again, just trying to zone these out. What do we have in production? We have 2 more gateways, so this is pretty much going to be a 4-gate follow-up.
Yeah, I think he's, you know, as soon as he realized that there was weakness in Baby Knight, he's like, why not just keep making more and more units? Of course, there's a Twilight Council behind us, so he could, you know, do something else behind the 4-gate, but at this point, there's no Mothership Core out, and his warp gate is so far ahead of Baby Knight, so there's no reason not to just continue to apply pressure.
Absolutely, the Mothership Core is now being restarted. There's 2 Stalkers, V4 right now. Warp Gate is about to finish up, and the Gateway is soon to finish as well, but Baby Knight could lose the game before these units even get into the fight.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 Stalkers in his base now. The Stalker Baby Knight countered with has now been taken out in Hero's base, and Hero continues to kill more and more probes here. Baby Knight only with a single Stalker, that's going to be taken out as well. Or, okay, now it's going to be taken out. Now he has a Mothership Core, but it only has 50 energy, so it's not going to be able to do anything. And of course, Stalkers have more range and are much faster than it, so they can work around it pretty well.
Yeah, 3 Zealots do get warped in with an extra Stalker, so it's going to be 3 Zealots, 4 Stalkers, V1 Stalker, and a Mothership Core. There are some probes. There is an Immortal in production, but that's not going to finish by the time that this game is over.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't, at least, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it might pop out, but by that time, Hero's doing so much damage. And in fact, as long as he continues to warp in units, the Immortal will probably just be picked off. Probes are being pulled, but they're being massacred now. Units lost tab is absolutely insane. Hero's killed basically 4 times what he's lost. Now comes out that Immortal. It's going to take out 2 Stalkers there, combined with a little help from its friendly Stalker, but he's just taking too much damage. I mean, it's 3 probes against 28. So even if this Immortal works a miracle and defends the base, there's no production behind it.
Hero is adding on a robo just in case there's some funky shenanigans like a hidden robo DT shrine.
Yep.
It doesn't matter as the GG does get called, and that puts Team Liquid at match point.
That's right, they're up 4-3. That means Millenium, of course, if they lose 1 more match, they will lose the series. Now, of course, it also means if you're at match point, the team who's basically has to win that match, they can revive one of their players. So we could see 4GG come back against Hero. We could see like Ghost User. We could see Baby Knight rematch. We could see Daishi. 4GG is the most likely, of course.
Yeah.
But it could be. I mean, it could be someone else. I'll have to wait and see who they choose to bring back.
The thing is, as well, they're playing Hero, and I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say Ghost User. I wouldn't say Daishi. It should be Baby Knight or 4GG.
Yeah.
And I doubt they're gonna send Baby Knight out again. So
one of the big reasons why I don't think you'd also want to say Baby Knight is so it's Whirlwind, then it's Yansu, and Yansu is a little bit tricky for Protoss to take a 3rd base on. So even if Baby Knight could beat Hero on Whirlwind, the follow-up match would be a little bit trickier. Whereas Yansu, I think, is a pretty good map for Terran. There's a lot of ledges, a lot of like drops are really strong on it. So
yeah, I tell you what's an absolute nightmare to deal with, PVT on that map. You know, if you take your 3rd by the rocks, like in the line, Terrans will like they'll do drops and they'll drop on the high ground where destructible rocks are in their fourth base location.
Yep.
And then they'll pick up again and then drop into the third base and then once they're forced to left and they can do that and regenerate their health because they can drop the units and heal them up. And it's so hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely a tricky map, and I mean, all that great drop play makes it ideal for 4GG. So, Whirlwind's going to be tricky for 4GG against Hero. That's a map that it's big and open. I think it favors Protoss definitely in the late game, just because pylon warping spots on Whirlwind once you get up to very high warp gate count are pretty ridiculous. But of course, in the mid game on Whirlwind, Terran can do some cool drop play. There's a lot of open spots for engagement, so there's advantages for both players, although it is a little bit of a tricky map. Looks like Millenium is still deciding who their last player is going to be. We'll find out who's going to play from Millenium. Of course, it's going to be game number 9. Or no, wait. 8. Game number 8. We'll be coming right back up with game number 8 between Liquid and Millenium in just a few minutes.